For some of us, our food just needs a little kick, something to take it to the next level and keep things exciting. Enter hot sauce. Zippy, zesty, and painful in the best possible way, some people truly put hot sauce on everything, and they have plenty of options. There are countless hot sauces out there, but there's only one that has become so popular worldwide, it's been used in recipes by brands like Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Subway, Taco Bell, White Castle, Chick-fil-A, and even Starbucks. If you like spicy food, we're willing to bet you've heard of Sriracha. Red hot, tangy, and a little bit sweet, with that totally iconic bright green cap. Sriracha has conquered kitchens around the world, going from niche foodie product to well-stocked necessity in almost every pantry in the US and beyond, even to the point of causing a global shortage. From noodle bowls in Bangkok to burgers in Brooklyn, how did this sauce, originally a simple homemade blend, become a global sensation holding over 10% of the United States hot sauce market? Welcome to Gourmet Assembly, where we dive into the world of your favorite foods, finding out their histories, how they're made, and how they've made a mark on our world. Today we're looking at the spicy rise of Sriracha. Grab a seat and buckle up, because this is a story you don't want to miss. Let's get into it. To really understand and appreciate the Sriracha we all know and love today, we need to go back to where it all started, the town of Si Racha, Thailand in the 1930s. Sound familiar? Si Racha, a coastal town with a population of a little over 300,000 people, is known for a few things. For one, Si Racha is home to the Khao Open Zoo, otherwise known as the living place of everyone's favorite viral pygmy hippopotamus, Mudang. Seriously, one town gets to take credit for both Sriracha and that adorable little hippo? It almost seems unfair. Anyway, aside from Mudang, Sriracha is famous for its seafood, as well as its bustling street food scene, where one can walk around getting noodle bowls, pad thai, skewers of fried and grilled meats and vegetables, and countless other local delicacies. Now, at this time, different street vendors would whip up spicy sauces that gave their local dishes that extra kick. Each stall wanted to serve the best possible version of specific dishes, and having a unique condiment could easily separate one vendor from all the rest. It was here in Sriracha that a Thai housewife named Tanam Chakapak created a unique hot sauce by blending red chili peppers, garlic, vinegar, sugar, and salt. Her recipe became a local favorite, and the Sriracha sauce was born, named after the town that inspired it. The sauce continued to be popular throughout Thailand, being served alongside various dishes in street food stalls, restaurants, and home kitchens. Now let's forward to the 1970s. David Tran, a Vietnamese man with Chinese ancestry, often made chili sauces of his own in his spare time. His brother grew chili peppers on a small farm, and David found joy in trying to replicate the spicy, flavorful sauces he grew up eating with his favorite foods. Now, in 1978, the rise of the new communist Vietnamese government began to persecute people with Chinese ancestry from Vietnam. For this reason, David was forced to flee his country to seek political freedom. After a harrowing journey aboard a freighter, including a month-long standoff with British authorities, David finally made his way to Los Angeles, with limited resources but a passion for hot sauce. When he couldn't find a sauce that lived up to his taste buds, he decided to go back to his roots and make his own. David started his own company based out of Chinatown, Los Angeles, called Huy Fong Foods, named in honor of the boat that carried him safely to America, and began bottling and selling his own version of Sriracha sauce. Working out of his tiny facility in LA's Chinatown, Tron started peddling his unique take on Sriracha to Asian restaurants in his area. Tron's version of Sriracha quickly gained traction with local Asian communities, and the sauce's reputation spread by word of mouth. Eventually, Huy Fong Sriracha became readily available in Asian supermarkets in Los Angeles and other major American cities. By the 1990s, Tron Sriracha had expanded far beyond its small LA base, becoming a must-have condiment for all kinds of dishes. As it gained popularity in restaurants, people wanted to bring that flavor home. Soon, Sriracha was everywhere. But here's the craziest part. Tron never intended Sriracha to be a mass-market sensation. It was just a sauce he liked making, liked eating, and liked seeing in local restaurants. Tron sauce spread thanks to chefs and foodies who couldn't get enough of the vibrant red sauce and its perfect balance of heat, sweetness, and tang. Sriracha's mainstream boom was largely facilitated by Bon Appetit magazine. In December of 2009, back when Sriracha was popular amongst foodies and chefs, but not yet in every kitchen in the world, Bon Appetit named the sauce their Ingredient of the Year for 2010. After that, there was no turning back, and Sriracha spread like wildfire. In 2012, over 20 million bottles were sold, a figure that keeps growing. As demand grew, so did Huy Fong Foods. However, the popularity of Sriracha quickly became more than Huy Fong could handle. The company has publicly stated that demand quickly outpaced their supply speed, despite their best efforts. That being said, David Tran refused to cut corners. Tron's commitment to quality meant that each batch of Sriracha used only the freshest ingredients, primarily the red jalapeno chilies sourced from local farms. Even as Huy Fong scaled up production, the recipe stayed true to its roots. No preservatives, no artificial colors, just pure spicy goodness. Here's a fun fact. Huy Fong has never spent a single cent on advertising since its inception. Not 1 cent. Sriracha's reputation grew so quickly that advertising was never truly necessary. And with Huy Fong already struggling to make enough hot sauce to keep it on the shelves, national commercials and ad campaigns would make that job even harder. Everyone knows about Sriracha now, and as fast as Tron and Huy Fong can make it, we'll keep buying it. We should note here that since Sriracha was already a thing before Huy Fong, not to mention it's the name of a Thai city, David Tran never ended up copyrighting the name Sriracha. This is why you see countless other brands at the supermarket making their own version of the sweet and tangy chili sauce, even though Huy Fong's is clearly the top dog. So what makes Huy Fong Sriracha different from the other brands out there? For starters, the chilies. Tron has always been adamant about using only the freshest red jalapenos, sourced from Southern California farms. From 1988 until 2016, Huy Fong's primary supplier of red jalapenos was Underwood Ranches, located in Camarillo, California. In 2016, some legal disputes led to the two companies parting ways, and from 2016 on, the chilies are grown on land owned by Huy Fong itself. Get this, 21 tons of red jalapenos are used to make Sriracha daily. That's over 100 million pounds of peppers per year. Peter Piper could never. The chilies are picked at their peak ripeness and head straight to the factory in Irwindale, California, where they're washed, crushed, and mixed with the other star ingredients of this spicy sensation: sugar, salt, garlic powder, and distilled vinegar. Each ingredient plays a role. The garlic adds savory depth, the vinegar gives the sauce a tangy kick, and the sugar balances out the heat brought by the chilies. We want spicy, but we don't always want our heads blown off. This mix results in a delicious, thick, rich, perfectly spicy paste, ready as a topper for any and all kinds of food. Seriously, if you think you can't put Sriracha on anything, just try it sometime. We've yet to find a pairing that isn't delicious. Only all-natural, totally fresh ingredients go into every bottle of Sriracha. And that dedication to high quality is what sets Huy Fong's sauce apart from all the competitors. Fun fact, Tran refuses to ever add any artificial coloring to his sauces. Since the red jalapenos are only in season 4 months out of the year, and they gradually become brighter and brighter shade of red as they ripen, that means every single bottle of Sriracha is a different shade of red. Once mixed, the sauce is loaded into large drums and finally bottled. All of the drums and bottles are also manufactured on site to reduce waste and emissions as much as possible. Lastly, each bottle is topped with its signature green cap, and the sauce is ready to be shipped all over the world to restaurants, delis, and grocery stores. With all the replicas and dupes out there, some even copying the rooster design of Huy Fong's bottle almost exactly, the iconic green cap is what lets you know you have the real deal. Here's another fun fact. Tron chose the green cap because he thought it looked fresh, a bit like a chili stem. The bright red bottle of the sauce topped with the vibrant green cap looked just like the red jalapenos used to make the stuff. Now that's genius. Now, over the years, Sriracha didn't just become a popular spicy condiment, it became a global icon. Any foodie knows that different ingredients all get their time in the spotlight. One year everyone is obsessed with cauliflower, the next year it's kale, then mushrooms. But it's rare for a hot sauce to get the rockstar treatment, and it's especially rare for a hot sauce to cross cultural and culinary boundaries. Huy Fong Sriracha did just that. By the late 2000s, it was showing up on everything from noodles to pizza and even in cocktails. We're not kidding. Spicy margarita, anyone? This wasn't just a passing trend, it was a full-blown Sriracha Mania. Some of the most skilled and decorated chefs in the world, like David Tran, founder of Momofuku, praised Sriracha as a flavor enhancer, saying it was the perfect hot sauce that didn't overpower dishes, but added heat and complexity. Cooking shows, celebrity chefs, and food bloggers helped fuel the craze, incorporating Sriracha into all kinds of recipes, from ramen to gourmet burgers. The explosion of Sriracha into mainstream food also helped fuel the recent popularity in craft small batch hot sauces. Brands like Hedonist and popular YouTube series like Hot Ones owe a lot of their popularity to the rise of Sriracha in popular culture. Eventually, amidst all the Sriracha love, the big brands noticed. Soon we had Sriracha-flavored potato chips, spicy Sriracha nuts, popcorn, ramen, and even candy. Food chains like Subway and Taco Bell began offering Sriracha-inspired menu items. Sriracha wasn't just a condiment anymore. It had become an entire flavor profile all by itself, a taste that people recognized and craved. And once the major chains saw how profitable a partnership with Sriracha could be, no one ever looked back. Sriracha's rise also came with a unique cool factor. Sriracha had this mystique, a unique and exciting sauce in this instantly recognizable bottle with a rooster logo and vibrant red color. It soon became a favorite on social media. Fans started sharing memes, wearing Sriracha-themed apparel, and even throwing Sriracha festivals. There's even a Sriracha documentary that dives into the sauce's cult status. When's the last time a hot sauce got its own movie? We're telling you, Sriracha is a total rock star of the hot sauce world. Another important thing to note is that Sriracha got a lot of people more into Asian flavors and spicy food in general. Since the heat from Sriracha isn't enough to singe off your eyebrows, and the flavor itself is deep, complex, and delicious, Sriracha served as a catalyst for a lot of people in the US and beyond to try different foods and experiment with spice. Changing the palate of America, that's one of the most impressive things about this delicious condiment. Despite its American start, its niche beginnings, and its small-scale production, Sriracha's influence wasn't just limited to the United States. Sriracha made its way across the globe, with international brands around the world all creating their own versions. In Japan, for example, you'll find Sriracha instant ramen, while in Australia there are different Sriracha-infused hot sauces made with local chili varieties. Sriracha became a bridge between cultures, showing how food can bring people together. A Vietnamese immigrant bringing a Thai sauce to America, where it eventually spread throughout the entire rest of the world. If that isn't a beautiful story of togetherness through food, we don't know what is. In fact, Google Trends data shows multiple spikes in searches for Sriracha every single year, especially around holidays and food festivals. There's even an annual Sriracha Festival in Los Angeles that celebrates all things spicy, bringing thousands of fans together for Sriracha-infused foods and drinks. A documentary and now a festival too, all for a hot sauce? This stuff is truly the real deal. Here are some of our favorite dishes from the latest Sriracha Festival. A s'more made with a Sriracha marshmallow, Sriracha deviled eggs, Sriracha grilled cheese, served with Sriracha tomato soup, of course, and last but not least, Sriracha apple pie. I mean, we'd try it, would you? And the unusual pairings don't end there. There's Sriracha ice cream, Sriracha vodka, even Sriracha-flavored chocolate. Whereas most hot sauces are just pure spice and vinegar, Sriracha's depth of flavor, the richness of the garlic, and the complex, subtle sweetness of the ripe red chilies in the vinegar make it so much more than your average hot sauce. And for that reason, it lends itself to all different kinds of uses. People got creative, pushing the boundaries of where this hot sauce could go. It's a testament to Sriracha's versatility and the excitement it brings to the table. Today, Sriracha's impact on the culinary world is unmistakable. It's inspired countless spin-offs, DIY recipes, and a generation of people who can't imagine their kitchens without a bottle of the good stuff. It's a reminder that great food isn't just about flavor. It's about expressing yourself, trying new things, and the memories and connections we make along the way. But hold on to your hats, there's a twist. In recent years, a combination of droughts and climate issues led to a shortage of red jalapenos, causing major supply issues for Huy Fong Sriracha production. One year, a lack of rainfall in Mexico affected the quality of Huy Fong's chilies. 2 years after that, Huy Fong announced that their entire pepper crop was too green, forcing them to halt production on all of their products. The Sriracha shortages of the 2020s sent fans into a frenzy, with people scanning the grocery stores for bottles, hoarding them, and sometimes selling bottles selling for over $50 online. In a way, this scarcity only added to Sriracha's mystique, making the beloved hot sauce feel like a rare gem on grocery store shelves. The shortage was a reminder of just how big an impact this one sauce has had on the world, and how deeply fans are willing to go to get their hands on it. It was also a reminder of Huy Fong's commitment to sustainability and quality. If Huy Fong was a multi-billion-dollar industry whose biggest priority was making as much hot sauce as possible, they'd cut corners, using less than perfect chilies, pumping the sauce full of preservatives, and cranking out bottle after bottle to match the demand of their sauce. But David Tran doesn't work that way. If the ingredients aren't up to his standards, then the rest of us just have to wait and hope the jalapeno crop is better next year. Is it hard to not always have access to Sriracha? Of course it is. But at the end of the day, isn't it worth knowing that what you're buying and enjoying is actually of the highest quality? Now, Sriracha, for all the good it's done the food world, is not without its baggage. In 2013, the people of Irwindale complained about the harsh smells coming from the Sriracha factory during production, claiming that the fumes from the peppers hurt their eyes and their lungs. This resulted in the city itself suing Huy Fong, saying the company needed to make changes to attempt to mitigate the odors from the factory. This legal battle lasted several years and almost resulted in Tran moving his factory to Texas. However, the case was eventually dismissed, and Tran elected to keep the plant in Southern California. Hopefully, Tran has made some progress in lessening this spicy pepper air, and the people of Irwindale are living a little more comfortably. Hey, at least they're the closest ones to the sauce. Imagine a bottle of Sriracha right out of the factory. That takes fresh and spicy to a new level. So what's next for Sriracha? Despite the numerous challenges faced by the brand, demand for the spicy stuff isn't going anywhere. If anything, more and more people every day get turned on to the spicy condiment. Huy Fong Foods remains committed to keeping its recipe fresh, authentic, and preservative-free. With the global appetite for spicy foods on the rise, and Sriracha's approachable heat level and worldwide influence, the sauce's popularity will likely keep growing. Whether that means Huy Fong buys more farmland or expands into different supply methods is yet to be seen. Or maybe it just means we have to keep a closer eye on the supermarket shelves and grab Sriracha whenever we see it. Either way, no matter how much they're able to make, Huy Fong Sriracha is here to stay. Whether it's inspiring new hot sauces, showing up in new recipes, or just keeping it classic with a bowl of pho, Sriracha's legacy has been cemented in our culture. It helped Americans expand their palates to new international flavors. It helped people who struggle with spice to see it's not all about adding heat, but also adding flavor. Sriracha changed the landscape of food in America and around the world, and we have David Tran to thank. And there you have it. The spicy, sweet, layered journey of Sriracha. From its humble beginnings as an immigrant's homemade recipe to global fame and pop culture superstardom, Sriracha has done what few foods can. It has united existing food lovers and created new ones around the world in a love of sweet, tangy, deep heat. Let us know in the comments, what's your favorite dish to top with Sriracha? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more snack journeys with Gourmet Assembly, your go-to spot for all things food. We'll see you next time.